Hey, what's up guys? This is Kyle with Bear River Strength and Conditioning. We are in week 3, episode 3 of our tips and tricks. Today we're talking about the rower and how to become a master ninja rower. So the first thing that we look at when rowing is trying to understand what we're trying to accomplish with the rower specifically. We obviously want to work out with the rower, but we want to get the most performance out of ourselves in the rower when we do that. So the ultimate goal with rowing is optimal connection. What that means is we're trying to lengthen the stroke, get as long of stroke as we can while staying connected to the chain. The chain connects to the fan connects to the monitor and tells us the data, whether it's good or bad. The really good thing about the rower is it gives you feedback, and we're going to go over some of that today. So prior to going over the feedback and what that gives you, let's talk about some basics on the rower that a lot of people overlook or they neglect due to laziness or lack of discipline. So the first thing that we want to look at as you sit into the rower is your feet and the position with the feet. The ultimate goal in the catch position, which is in the bottom, is to be able to keep the heels down, the shins relatively vertical, the back should stay flat, and the elbows should stay over the knees. The best way to do that from a foot standpoint is to have this strap as you tighten in over the pinky toe. We see a lot of people that will put these foot plates down, and that strap will be over the big toe or over the top of the shoe, the front of the shoe, or on the flip side, they'll go really high and that strap will stay over the shoelaces. Both of those have some negatives that go with it. The one that has the foot over the front, what it does is allows for you to get into way too deep of a position with the heels back, leads to a rounded back, and we can't properly drive out of our heels, which is going to transfer to our legs. The one that has it over the shoelaces, it restricts mobility into the catch. So unless you have super good ankle mobility, we can't get enough length on the chain, which is our ultimate goal, is to lengthen the chain while staying connected. So just a simple check over the pinky toes. Once you're over the pinky toes, life's good with the feet. Next we can go to the hand. So the grip matters on the rower. We see a lot of over the hand grip like this, which is going to lead to pulling early and using small muscle groups. The row is 60% of the efficiency in the row comes from your leg. 30% comes from the hips, 10% comes from the arms. What the grip can do is help connect this chain to your legs. So what I'm going to do is grab this rower with a full grip. So the thumb will be down, similar to what we talked about last week with the toes to bar. I'm going to try to turn those handles down. If you'll notice, my biceps come up, the shoulder becomes super engaged, connects to the lats, which is going to connect to the lower body. It also flattens out the back. So now I'm in this proper catch position where I've got a relatively vertical shin, the knee is underneath the elbow, my heels are down, my back's flat. I am ready to drive. So once you've established that catch position, next we can go to the monitor and start to establish the data points or what this monitor can read for you to tell you if your stroke is good or not. So this is when we go back to that 60-30-10. 60% of the power output is in the legs, 30 is in the hips, 10 is in the arms. So this is what's called the force curve drill. And what it does, as I do a couple of strokes, I'll do a couple strokes where I'm fairly lazy with my legs, which is a common habit. We'll see people pull with their arms first. What that'll look like, as I pull, you'll see a big spike towards the back end of it. That's telling you that you're not using enough out of your legs and you're trying to get as much out of your arms as you can. Typically when we see that, a lot of people, go ahead and point it to this damper. Their damper's super high. Like if you see on that one, I had it on a damper of 10. That does two things. If you're lazy with your legs, it's too hard. There's too much resistance for you to really focus on driving and being quick with your legs. If that is you, if this is what your force curve looks like, is it's got jagged lines, and especially it's the most force is happening at the end, which is in the arms, you can just simply turn this down to 1, and all we're gonna focus on here is being aggressive out of the catch. So I want you to watch these next couple strokes. I'm not really focused on my arms. My arms are gonna naturally do the work that they need to. I'm focused on driving out of the catch as fast and as hard as I can. And you'll see it's a lot bigger from the start than it is at the end. So if that's you, for those of you that are wondering how to make the rower easier, chances are you can just turn the damper down, establish your foot position, establish your grip, and go to that forced curve graph and do a whole bunch of rowing. You can do it at easy paces, moderate paces, fast paces, it doesn't matter. The key is that we get all the power to start from the legs, and then it'll go down lower as we get into the arms. That gives you the most force, makes rowing easier while still getting a high output. Give it a shot. Good luck, guys.